know if I'm getting out here. And they're like, fuck yeah, I'm going. And they're like, I'm gonna do this dive, I'm gonna go this depth, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there. And they're just like muscling their way down. And it turns out that they have a few of those dives were like horrible on the way up, right? I don't know if you've had any of these dives before in your life, or any of these breath holds where you're like coming up, you're like, fuck, this sucks. You know what I mean? You're genuinely not enjoying it. It's genuinely like a horrible time. Because we are dealing with the part of our brain that is geared towards making us breathe, you could see how, as our brain has evolved, it would be very, very important that breath holding stress and trauma is imprinted on the brain in a very, very strong way, right? So that if you have, stressful breath holds, or if you're pushing yourself to holding your breath and not breathing for long periods of time, that the brain would want to change that behavior and keep you alive, right? So what happens is the brain creates genuine trauma from bad breath holding experiences, to the point where if you have a few bad dives, and we were chatting about this actually in the Wave 4 group, the Wave 4 group who are like, they've been diving for many years, the Wave 4 group are diving anywhere between, like, the group there is like 40 to 60 meters, and I said to them, like, has anyone ever had a bad dive? Does anyone ever get nervous when they go onto the buoy? And they were like, yeah. And one of them was like, I'm scared sometimes when I go to the buoy, right? And I was like, how many of these bad dives have you had? He's like, oh, not that many, but they had a big effect on me. What other life events do you reckon would have had to have happened to a person so that when you enter that space, you have like a fucking physical aversion or like a genuine fear? How bad would the car accident have to be before you're scared to enter the car? How bad, do you see what I'm trying to say?
Pretty bad.
How bad is the trauma before you are experiencing fear and a physical aversion from just entering that space? How minor is the trauma in a breath hold before you're feeling fear and aversion hopping onto a buoy, right? It's not that much. And the truth is, we spent most of freediving's life just fucking going for it. And I started competing in freediving when I was 21. So I competed like a 21-year-old. You know what I mean? Fucking guns blazing and go, go, go. All day, every day. And it took me years to learn how to get over all that bullshit and get past all that trauma. I did, therapy. Because I wanted to keep freediving, you know what I mean? I wanted to keep getting better. And it's only maybe in the past few years that we have truly recognized the significance that having bad breath holds has on a freediver and their ability to get better. You can have wonderful breath holds for the rest of your life and become the world's best freediver without ever having a bad experience. Full stop.